I always get nervous making these fucking videos. Um, I guess it's just, I'm not used to it. Shit. I'm not used to making videos all the time. And even though I'm pretty comfortable speaking, seeing myself on video kind of makes me self-conscious. But right here, you got this product that I made, which is really weird because this is actually like a good product. It's got great, like labeling, great packaging, and then everything's organic on the inside, made in an FDA facility. It's pretty nuts. I am having some trouble selling it. No, I'm not having trouble selling it. I have not had the time to sell it because I took a job in Emeryville, which is basically Oakland, Berkeley, in between, kind of the area, right on the waterfront, essentially. There's a huge IKEA in Emeryville, and Pixar is also right there. And I'm like, 100 yards from Pixar, but it's all gated, and I haven't tried to like break in and take a tour. But this is February 10th. Yesterday was my wife's birthday, and her and my daughter came up to visit me. They'll be coming to live in the Bay Area sometime in May or June. And for me, I'm working full-time in the Bay Area and commuting back on the weekends, and sometimes I'm staying for the weekend, sometimes I'm commuting back. It's tough. I miss them a lot, and they miss me a lot, and yeah, but the adventure of kind of, I decided I'm going to stay in Airbnbs for the next 3 months, and stay in different areas of the Bay Area. So I've been in Emeryville, Piedmont, which is like kind of poshy, Oakland, like hilly, kind of like, the outskirts where it's like just a very few people living there, and everybody's got really nice houses. And then I stayed in Berkeley this last stay. This is my third and fourth week here in Berkeley. And so far, Berkeley's really nice. It reminds me a lot of home, but of course with a lot more people and a lot more businesses and a lot more things to do. But the area is like so like, compared to my hometown of Fresno, it's like the whole entire Bay Area, Berkeley, Oakland, Emeryville, and San Francisco is about the size of Fresno. So it's like driving from Berkeley to Emeryville is like 10 minutes, and driving from Emeryville to Oakland is like 5 minutes, and driving from Oakland to like San Francisco is like 20 minutes. So it's like, I relate it to like me driving to work in Fresno is 15 minutes. Me driving to my mom's house is like 25 minutes. So in terms of commuting, it's not crazy. There's a ton of bike riders here in the Bay Area. I mean, as a driver, my whole life and loving to drive, and I have to be so much more careful here because there's bike riders all over the place. So like every right turn you take, you better make sure that there's someone not coming up on the right side of you. And then I was in San Francisco, and I was making a left turn on a green light, and there's this bike rider coming right through, like he's running a red light basically, and he jets to the right to avoid me, but I panic, and so I stop, and so he like almost like hits us and like flies over the hood, but instead he just got really pissed off that we had stopped. He like made this gesture like, you should have kept going. But it's been an adventure. I got a job as a director of quality assurance and food safety, which is essentially the path I've been on for the last 10, 12 years. I think I demonstrated, a manager responsibilities 5 years ago when I was a supervisor, and then I demonstrated kind of director capabilities a few years ago when I took a position as a manager. And now this company called Petit Pot, spelled Petit Pot. It's a pudding company, French gourmet pudding. They gave me the opportunity to, really realize my career path, and be a director and go in and kind of from a blank slate, like a really, really completely blank slate, go in and write their programs, create their forms, train their people, and everything's going really, really well there. I really like the people there. So here I am in this Airbnb. This is a really nice Airbnb. It's a 2-bedroom apartment in Berkeley, but it's like super decked out. The apartment itself has just got like all this cool like furniture and like antique stuff, and like it's just really nice. It's tiny. I mean, I wouldn't say tiny. I don't know how many square feet this is, but it's probably half the size of my house in Fresno. And but it's comfortable. There's hot water like instantaneously, which is nice. And the air conditioning and heater is like just keeping the apartment in a really, really good temperature. So I found a gym down here too, and the gym is the Berkeley YMCA. It's in downtown Berkeley. It's right next to the City College, so they're right, like essentially connected. And the YMCA is crazy. It's, you know, when I think of YMCA, I think of like the Village People. I think of like basketball. I think of like, you know, inner city youth, or, you know, I've never been to a YMCA, but I went to like I have a Planet Fitness subscription, so I can use Planet Fitness. I haven't gone to that one yet because really my routine is like I need a gym with like a sauna, swimming pool, showers, you know, everything. Olympic weights, free weights, machines, you know, like in Fresno, GB3 is like the shit. And actually out here, there's nothing that compares to it. Like Fresno's got like the best gyms that I've seen. I'm sure LA has some pretty good gyms in Las Vegas, but compared to out here. So anyways, I go to the YMCA because somebody mentions that they have a sauna, and I'm on a hunt for a sauna. And I go to the Oakland YMCA. It's old. It's like 50 years old plus, but it's got 3 pools, jacuzzi, sauna, steam room, showers, you know, Olympic weights, cardio equipment. It's like 2 or 3 stories. It's pretty nice. Then I went to the Berkeley YMCA, and it's like only like 20 years old, 15 years old, or was renovated 15 or 20 years ago. So it's nicer. 3 stories, 3 pools, jacuzzi, sauna, steam room, Olympic weights. And when I went, it didn't look too busy. And so they gave me a free pass, and I went the next day on Friday morning, and all the racks were open. So squat racks. So I was able to do squats, deadlifts, overhead presses. And then I went into the other room, and there was bench presses available. So there was like not a lot of people at 6 in the morning jockeying for position or jockeying for like equipment. Whereas at GB3, it's kind of, you never know, it's going to get busy. So so I joined. It's a little expensive. It's like $80, $75 a month, $100 to sign up. But they give you access to all the YMCA's in the Bay Area. So there's like Albany, Berkeley, and then Oakland. So 3 gyms, 3 giant gyms. You know, they're bigger than like a GB3 in Fresno. So joined the gym, been doing my sweat, been doing my workout, lifting heavy weights. You know, everybody out here is all super thin, nobody's super bulky. So like, you know, I'm getting these looks like, you know, people kind of like scared of me because I'm a little bit bulkier and I'm lifting a lot heavier than most of the people out there. There's like some heavy lifters tonight, but in the mornings, there's like nobody putting more than like, you know, a plate on each side. So it's been pretty cool. Work is going great. Missing my family a ton. That's the worst part of it. But I mean, without making anybody mad at where I work now and disclosing what I make, I'm making a lot more than I ever have in my life, and you know, more than I did in Fresno. And of course, most of that's going to go towards cost of living. So I'm not like, you know, going to be super rich or wealthy, or, you know, I'm not going to be a lot wealthier than I was in Fresno. But it is definitely worth the try, the adventure that I'm on. And, you know, I like to think of like an adventure because I've always wanted to, you know, I go to New York and I go to Portland and I go to these cities where my friends live and my family has lived, and like, I just want to live there. I just want to go there. I wish I could find a job that would, you know, allow me to live there. And finally I got this job in the Bay Area, which is, one of the biggest cities in the world, San Francisco, Oakland. And I just took the chance. And so if I have any message for anybody is that if you are confident and you build your skill set and you're good at what you do and you love what you do, scream it from the rooftop. I put my LinkedIn, I paid somebody to rewrite my resume and rewrite my LinkedIn profile. And literally within about 7 days, I get this call from the company in Emeryville. And 2 months later, I've decided to resign and come over and work in Emeryville, increase my salary by a ton, and, take this huge risk that could pay off huge. Just in terms of, the schools that my daughter could go to, the college that my wife can finish her degree at, the colleges that I could finish my degree at. Instead of, Fresno State, I might be graduating from East Bay State or San Francisco State, or even, University of California, Berkeley. I have the GPA to do that. So it's great. And the city is awesome and the people are awesome. And I miss my people in Fresno, but I was kind of getting to the point where we weren't hanging out as much with our friends. We were kind of just like, nesting down to the house. And if we're going to nest down and not really hang out with our friends as much, I mean, we could do it in a nice city where we have a little bit more opportunity. So yeah, I hate making these videos because it makes me self-conscious, but I'm glad I did. And I'll post this one up for you guys, and just as an update as to what's happened. All right. Oh, crap. All right. That's it. And yes, my IPA with a shot of whiskey in it is my go-to. It's a Boilermaker. It's my favorite thing. So I will see you guys later, and have a good night. Bye.